Hello and welcome to LMU Community TV News. I'm Ashley Hurley. Thank you for joining us. It was a 3-2 decision with the Harrogate Board of Mayor and Aldermen passing the second reading of the ordinance addressing the issue of Sunday beer sales. The second reading for the ordinance was amended to allow beer sales on Sunday from the hours of 1 in the afternoon to 10 o'clock that night and on weekdays from 8 in the morning until midnight. Harrogate Mayor Linda Fultz was the deciding vote on the ordinance. Currently, the Oasis is the only establishment within the city limits that sells beer. And on a note that is related to Sunday beer sales, the Oasis was closed this past Sunday for remodeling, so the first Sunday they will be serving beer will be this Sunday, August 2nd. Continuing with the countdown to a tobacco-free Lincoln Memorial University, they want to remind the community that the university promotes a healthy, sanitary environment that is free from tobacco smoke and tobacco-related debris. The LMU community acknowledges that long-term health hazards may accrue to people who use tobacco products or who are subjected to secondhand smoke. Effective this Saturday, August 1st, LMU will be a tobacco-free campus with smoking and all other tobacco usage prohibited. This policy applies to all university buildings and grounds. This does include residence halls, parking lots, and the cars that are parked on LMU properties, LMU affiliated off-campus locations and clinics, and any buildings that are owned, leased, or rented by LMU in all other areas. This policy applies to all faculty, staff, students, contractors, and visitors of LMU within the policy that is being in effect 24 hours a day, all year long. Now, coming up this Thursday on LMU Community TV, we will break down what tobacco use means within this policy and how you can get help if you are a tobacco user. So stay tuned. A Harrogate man remains behind bars following a shooting that happened Friday afternoon. Deputies with the Claiborne County Sheriff's Office were dispatched to Volunteer Auto Parts off Indian Creek Road in Harrogate. When officers arrived on the scene, Joshua Bussell had fled, but he was later apprehended during a traffic stop and then taken back to the scene of the crime. Deputies found through an investigation that an altercation had taken place between Bussell and his brother Sean. A knife was pulled during the altercation in which Joshua cut Sean in between his fingers, leaving a small cut. Joshua then went into his bedroom and retrieved a rifle and confronted his brother Sean with it. Joshua then fired a shot, missing Sean, but he did shoot through a wall, hitting the front porch swing and a banister rail. Statements were taken from both of the brothers, and he was later placed under arrest and taken to the Claiborne County Sheriff's Office, where he is currently being held in the jail. Joshua Bussell is charged with aggravated assault with a deadly weapon and reckless endangerment. He is currently being held on a $25,000 bond, and that is secure. His mugshot is not available at this time. A Middlesboro, Kentucky man is seriously injured following a stabbing on an island in Union County. According to reports, the first call regarding the incident was received just before 9:30 Saturday night from a boat dock at 170 Beach Island Road. Authorities found a 35-year-old man who had been stabbed in the abdomen. He was then airlifted to UT Medical Center in serious condition. 2 women and another man who were involved in the fight were treated at the scene. Deputies were told by witnesses that 6 people were on the island near the boat ramp at Beach Island Marina, when an argument then led to the stabbing. Deputies confirmed that alcohol was involved and is a factor. All 6 people are from Middlesboro and knew each other at the time. The names of those involved are not being released, and authorities say that charges are pending. The Tennessee Wildlife Resources Agency was called to assist with the investigation. A Maynardville man is dead after he fell off a marina dock and drowned Saturday morning. Deputies received a report of a drowning at Beach Island Marina at 12:19 a.m. Witnesses say 59-year-old Benny Williams fell off the end of a marina dock and did not resurface. According to reports, witnesses there said that several people did try to help Williams but could not reach him. Search and rescue then found his body about an hour later in an area of water that was about 45 feet deep. Investigators report that Williams' death did appear to be a tragic accident, and they do not believe that foul play is involved. The grand opening for the DCOM Medical Clinic is just around the corner, and we've got important information on when and where it will be taking place, so stay right here.
Cook foods to the right temperature using a food thermometer. 3,000 Americans will die from food poisoning this year. Keep your family safer. Check your steps at foodsafety.gov.
The average text takes your eyes off the road for nearly 5 seconds.
Every day across America, excess food is gathered by a network of good people at local food banks, giving hope to millions of children who struggle with hunger. They've earned their wings, and you can too. Together, we can solve child hunger. Support Feeding America and your local food bank at feedingamerica.org.
Oh, look, a redhead. Staring contest. You still got it. I know.
Come alive with the forest.
The dad was cute.
You were looking right at us.
Visit discovertheforest.org to find a forest near you.
Welcome back. Coming up this Saturday, a grand opening celebration will be taking place for the University Medical Clinic in New Tazewell. The celebration will take place at the newest location, 424 North Broad Street, and many of you may know that it is the previous location of Radio Shack and C&C Office Supply. The grand opening celebration is scheduled to hold a ribbon cutting ceremony, free blood pressure checks, face painting, kids activities, giveaways, and much more. The UMC will begin seeing patients on Monday, August 3rd at its new 14,000 square foot location. Both the New Tazewell and Harrogate locations are open to the public and accept most major insurance plans. The UMC, operated by LMU DCOM, has 2 locations in Harrogate and New Tazewell. Both facilities are open to the public, and you can make appointments by calling 423-869-7193. Same-day appointments are available, and most insurances are accepted. For more information on the University Medical Clinic, you can visit their website at lmu-umc.com. Now, a quick reminder, LMU Community TV will be out there Saturday morning beginning at 9 o'clock to noon. So we invite everyone to come out and see us. Now, we would like to thank everyone who participated in our live radio remote last Friday at Pinnacle Performance Physical Therapy. During our remote, Pinnacle Performance Therapy gave away a 30-day membership to their anti-gravity treadmill. Now, here is Heather Smith to tell us more about the special treadmill.
Well, the technology was developed by NASA.
Okay.
So someone a few years back took the technology and put it in the form of a treadmill. So the ideal is that you're progressively putting weight back on your body. So it works in a way that's somewhat like buoyancy. So it takes up to 80% of your body weight off. So it works for a wide array of patients, from people with Parkinson's disease, MS, to your triathlete who's battling a tendonitis issue, post-op knee replacements or ACL rehab, ankle, hip replacements, any type of arthritic pain. And people are using it to lose weight because they're able to walk without so much weight on them. So say you have someone that weighs 250 pounds, they need to lose 30 pounds, but they can't hardly walk because their knees hurt too much. We can put them in the treadmill, they can walk pain-free.
Okay.
So you're basically walking or running pain-free. There's cameras, you can see your feet.
Really?
Yes, so if you're a runner and you're trying to change your gait, You can see your feet to work on changing your gait pattern, how you're striking.
We would like to say congratulations to the winner of the membership, Shirley Snow, whose name was drawn during Friday's Bluegrass for Breakfast. Pinnacle Performance Physical Therapy's innovative approach to outpatient orthopedic rehabilitation is improving the quality of life and wellness of both adults and children. Pinnacle Performance Physical Therapy is located at 362 Catalpa Avenue in Harrogate, right next to All-Star Trophies. A big thank you goes out to Ripley's Aquarium of the Smokies for inviting LMU Community TV to be a part of the Sleep with the Sharks Media Promotion Night. The Sleep with the Sharks program is open to groups and individuals wanting the fun-filled experience of sleeping with the sharks. During the sleepover, you can enjoy the Stingray Dive Show, Feeding the Rays, a behind-the-scenes tour, a scavenger hunt, and the big event of the night, sleeping in the tunnel while the sharks, fish, and Sally the sea turtle swim around you in their daily habitat. It is not only a program aimed at children, but also adults too. It is one of the most unique experiences offered at Ripley's Aquarium of the Smokies, with new memories and friends that await you and your family. For more information on Sleep with the Sharks, you can visit their website at ripleysAquariumofthesmokies.com. Now let's turn to a program segment that is brought to you each week by the Veterinary Technology Program right here on the campus of Lincoln Memorial University.
Hi, my name is Bailey Buchanan, and I am a veterinary medical technology student here at Lincoln Memorial University.
And I'm Laura Newman. I'm also a veterinary medical technology student here at LMU.
Heartworm prevention, especially in the southeast states, is extremely important. Heartworm disease can be fatal in both dogs and cats. The cost for prevention greatly outweighs the cost for treatment. However, many owners do not take the steps to prevent this disease. There are multiple ways to prevent heartworms in your pets.
The most common method of prevention is a once-a-month medication. This medication can take on a variety of forms, as some just treat heartworms, some treat heartworm, ticks, fleas, mites. But there's also now a 6-month injection for heartworm prevention. That way you don't have to remember it every month. So if you have any questions about heartworm disease or prevention, please feel free to contact your veterinarian. And just remember, when it comes to heartworm disease, prevention is always better than treatment.
And stay tuned next week for another segment from the Veterinary Technology Program. And be sure you stay tuned with us right after this break, because Adam Haley is bringing you some very big announcements from the world of sports.
Out of the military, I was missing this camaraderie.
It's frustrating when you try and talk to people that don't understand.
I would be talking, but I wasn't there with them. You just feel so alone.
I still had the anger, I still had the addictions, but we didn't talk about that.
Came to a point where it's like, okay, I really need to talk to somebody about this.
Family more or less encouraged me, go to the VA, you're a veteran, see what they can do to help you.
When you have family, friends, when you have the facilities like the VA and the vet center, it gives me, it gives others encouragement to keep moving forward.
It's okay to go get help. It's okay to talk to people, because it takes true strength to ask for help.
Talking with other veterans was the best method for learning the roadmap to success.
Hear veterans' real stories of strength and recovery at maketheconnection.net.
Doesn't see race. Love is love.
Cinderella found the pet that fits her perfectly. Tiana gave her pet the royal treatment. Belle found beauty where no one else did. And you can too. Share your heart. Share your love. Bring home your forever friend. Make a shelter pet part of your world. Happily Ever After begins at theshelterpetproject.org.
Welcome back. There's big news in the world of LMU athletics as the university has announced the new athletic director is Matt Green. Green was selected from over 100 candidates. Before being named the new AD, Green served as the Senior Associate Athletic Director at Shorter University in Alabama. Green was also the interim athletic director for Shorter earlier in the year while Shorter looked for their next AD. Green was instrumental in Shorter's transition from NAIA to NCAA Division II from 2010 to 2014. He also founded the National Women's Lacrosse League in 2010, which was the first NAIA Women's Lacrosse League. Earlier this month, LMU's Director of Athletic Communications, Scott Erlin, sat down with Green in an exclusive LMURailsplitters.com interview, and here's what Green had to say about the new job.
This is kind of your vision to how to take this program to the next step.
Well, you mentioned it. I mean, the programs here are very good. There's a tradition of success here. I think everybody wants to go from good to great. So it's going to be establishing those relationships with the coaches that we have, with the people in the community. One thing Lincoln Memorial has going for it is a very engaged board and president. They really support athletics. Financially, they support athletics. So there's opportunity there to capitalize on some support and really take this thing to the next level. It starts with great coaches, great student athletes, great staff members, so I'm excited to get to work with those entities.
A press conference to introduce Green will be closer to the start of school. It'll be announced on our Facebook page as well as LMURailsplitters.com and will be live streamed by the LMU Sports Network. Green's first day on the job is set for August 15th. The Sprint Cup Series was in Indianapolis this past weekend for the Brickyard 400, which is one of the most coveted wins for any NASCAR driver. Joe Gibbs Racing has been hot coming into the race, and they continued the trend when Carl Edwards won the pole for the second week in a row. But he would not be the JGR driver everyone will be talking about at the end of the race. The man on a mission this past month has been Kyle Busch. After his wreck at Daytona at the beginning of the season, NASCAR said in order to make the chase, he would have to win a race and finish in the top 30 in points, and he's on his way to doing just that. Sunday, he started 9th and stayed consistently inside the top 10 until late in the race when he made his move and eventually took over the top spot from Kevin Harvick on a restart to win his third straight race and 4th in the last 5 races. Joey Logano finished 2nd, while Harvick, who led the most laps, took 3rd. Martin Truex Jr. took 4th, and Busch's teammate Denny Hamlin finished 5th. Busch now has 4 wins on the year, which is tied for the most in the series, but is still not chase eligible as he is still 23 points back of 30th place, Justin Allgaier. There are now 6 races remaining until the chase. The Sprint Cup Series will finish off their trips to Pennsylvania when they'll travel to Pocono Raceway this Sunday for the Windows 10 400. Last Friday, the Tennessee Smokies continued their series with the Chattanooga Lookouts, and while it was an ordinary game for the Smokies, it was different in the fact that it was LMU Family Night. The LMU cheer and dance team were on hand to entertain the crowd, while LMU alumni caught up with LMU and the staff that were in attendance. The Smokies won that night 8-4, but then lost the next 2 to end the series with Chattanooga. Tennessee is back on the road this week in Montgomery, Alabama to take on the Biscuits for a 5-game set. To keep up to date with the Tennessee Smokies, you can log on to TennesseeSmokies.com. Now, when we return, or as we teased last Thursday's news, we're doing another movie tournament bracket, and this time we'll break down and take a look at what we believe is the best animated movie of all time. And here's a sneak peek of the round of 96. Tangled versus Shrek.
Shrek.
Tangled.
Oh no. Tangled. Shrek.
Tangled.
Shrek.
Oh my gosh.
It comes down to Lily.
I love both. I really do. All right, argue.
Shrek is a brilliant postmodern inversion of a million fantasy tropes, and it's iconic now, and everyone loves it.
Eddie Murphy's Donkey. Come on, Donkey was.
I do love Donkey,
Yeah.
but I love
Tangled is bringing Rapunzel to life, and she saves herself.
Rapunzel was like the oldest story ever. We've all heard it. We know what happens. Her hair's magic. It's been done before.
This
Shrek
is so
was so
hard
original
because I
and
love
funny.
both so much.
And Princess Fiona is awesome.
Yeah, Princess Fiona, great icon. It was all about inner beauty.
I guess.
So I'm gonna Tangled. It was about loving yourself to overcome your obstacles in life.
Yeah, she needs a haircut.
which she gets at the end of the movie. So
Okay.
Okay.
I'm gonna go with my gut here and say Shrek because I don't know. I mean, that's what I always watched when I was growing up, and it was one of my favorite movies. So I love Tangled. Like, this is the hardest choice, but I guess Shrek.
Shrek is also the best of a series that progressively went downhill.
Yeah.
I will never
I
like
like the
Shrek
second
again.
one, though.
The second one is good.
The Great Mouse Detective versus Space Jam.
Great
Space
Mouse
Jam.
Detective.
Space Jam.
Great Mouse.
Space Jam.
2 Space Jams and a mouse.
It's Michael
I'm not even
Jordan.
gonna say it.
Yeah, come on,
Michael
and the
Jordan
Looney
and the Looney
Tunes.
Tunes together playing basketball.
The Great Mouse Detective. I'm sorry.
Oh.
I'll put this on
Comes down
Jessica.
to Jessica.
I hate you. That's payback. Yes, it is.
How long has it been since you've seen Space Jam?
Last week.
Never mind.
There you go. That's your answer right there. How long has it been since you've seen Great Mouse Detective?
2 weeks ago.
What?
Yeah.
This is very convenient.
It is convenient. Jessica.
Great Mouse Detective, Space
Do I
Jam.
go with my childhood or my childhood? Because both of those are my movies. Okay, on the one hand, you have Michael Jordan and the Looney Tunes. On the other hand, you have the extremely underrated Great Mouse Detective.
Which is a much smarter movie than Space Jam, honestly.
It is, and it's Sherlock as a mouse. I mean, come on.
And it's got Vincent Price as the villain.
But I mean, he's no Benedict Cumberbatch. So, if you're gonna do Sherlock, you know what
Don't
I'm
even
saying?
bring Benedict Cumberbatch into this. He's not even in it.
I don't even like him. I'm just trying to get this vote. Like, Space Jam was awesome. Michael Jordan, his arm stretched like half the court. It was epic.
You got Jessica.
Come on. Space Jam.
Thank you.
The full video can be seen on our Facebook page, facebook.com/LMU-TV, and next week we'll take a look at the round of 64. Now, coming up after the break, find out if Ms. Pac-Man and Donkey Kong were strong enough to take down Ant-Man this past weekend when Joseph Lewis brings you the box office report when we return here on LMU Community TV News.
She couldn't wait.
She had imagined the day for as long as she could remember.
The anticipation had been building.
The shopping, the dress, the jewelry.
Celebrating with her friends would be the sign that they had finally made it.
Only, she didn't make it.
According to MAD.org, teen alcohol use kills 4,700 people each year. That's more than all illegal drugs combined.
Car crashes are the leading cause of death for teens, and about a quarter of those crashes involve an underage drinker.
Don't add to these statistics.
Take a stand against underage drinking.
The future is in your hands.
One. Two.
Me.
1 in 3 teens in the U.S. is a victim of abuse by a dating partner.
Numbers are important in sports, but now the number we want is 0. 0 victims, 0 offenders, no more.
We make up a larger team, Abe's team.
We're asking you to join Abe's team and be a part of No More.
So maybe you're wondering, what does it take to be on Abe's team?
Active bystander efforts. Step in when you see someone needs help.
Ask what you can do. Believe victims. Extend your support.
Act better everywhere and expect your friends to do so too.
Always be enthusiastic, especially in obtaining consent.
Avoid belligerent egos who coerce, bully, or threaten.
Alcohol brings error, and I will not leave a friend behind.
Join Abe's team and say no more. Let's be #AbeHealthy.
Lincoln once said, "When I do good, I feel good. When I do bad, I feel bad." And that is my religion. In the spirit of Lincoln, let us support one another to do good. Join Abe's team and be Abe healthy by participating in active bystander efforts.
Hello, I'm Joseph Lewis, bringing you all the latest information in the world of movies. Tops of the box office this weekend were led for the second week in a row by Marvel's Ant-Man, adding $24.7 million onto its now $106 million domestic gross. Though it remains the lowest grossing entry into the Marvel Cinematic Universe thus far, it can be expected to surpass The Incredible Hulk over the next couple of weeks. Following at number 2 was newcomer Pixels, starting its run with $24 million, a disappointing opening figure considering the film's wide release, its mass appeal for video game fans, and the former drawing power of star Adam Sandler. And rounding out the top 3 was Minions, still cleaning up with $22 million, added onto its now $261 million domestic gross. Meanwhile, the Jake Gyllenhaal starring boxing drama Southpaw opened to a respectable $16 million, while the John Green adaptation Paper Towns did somewhat underwhelming business with $12 million. And lastly, Jurassic World finally surpassed the first Avengers at the worldwide box office, its $1.5 billion gross making it the 3rd highest grossing film of all time, behind James Cameron's Avatar and Titanic. In review this week is Ant-Man, Marvel's post-Ultron return to the big screen, in which Paul Rudd stars as petty thief Scott Lang, who after a series of well-intentioned but unfulfilling attempts to go straight, is tapped by Michael Douglas's Dr. Hank Pym to serve as guinea pig for his latest technological innovation, a mechanical suit which allows users to shrink to minuscule sizes while also obtaining super strength. Ant-Man certainly doesn't reinvent the wheel, its origin story feeling as formulaic as anything Marvel has released thus far. However, the imagination and creativity it conjures up within that familiar framework sets Ant-Man apart from the huge, earth-destroying stakes of something like Age of Ultron, and the fun, suspenseful heist movie mechanics it frequently indulges in only sweeten the deal. This is the studio's most intimate film since the first Iron Man back in 2008, a film it frequently calls to mind in terms of scope, if not its overall quality. Paul Rudd does some fine work as reluctant criminal-turned-hero Scott, but his supporting cast often outshines him, with Michael Douglas bringing a sense of tragic dignity to the role of Dr. Pym, Evangeline Lilly providing an attitude and a ferocity to Pym's daughter Hope, and Corey Stoll chewing up the scenery and spitting it back out as the villainous Darren Cross. It's common knowledge by now that Shaun of the Dead and Scott Pilgrim auteur Edgar Wright was originally slated to direct Ant-Man, and while the final product isn't as dazzling as it surely would have been under his guidance, the script, cobbled together from work done by Joe Cornish, Adam McKay, leading man Paul Rudd, and Wright himself, still undeniably has the energy and the nudge-nudge, wink-wink, tongue-in-cheek sense of humor that characterizes Wright's work. Director Peyton Reed, previously responsible for smaller-scale comedies like Bring It On and Yes Man, brings the writer's goofy, fantastical ideas to life in basic but effective fashion, and the third act of Ant-Man delivers Marvel's most inventive and memorable climactic sequence to date. Humor goes a long way toward making the inherent silliness of a superhero named Ant-Man go down smoothly, and the script's self-aware sense of humor, along with the naturally funny chemistry between Rudd and co-star Michael Pena, serve as definite comedic highlights. Still, Ant-Man's ambitions remain modest even down to Scott's character arc. While his redemptive relationship with his daughter makes for several moving scenes, nothing quite reaches the level of emotional heft felt at the end of Captain America: The Winter Soldier or Guardians of the Galaxy. However, Ant-Man's modesty and its lightness also serve as virtues, for its smaller, more character-driven story feels refreshing after months of chaos, explosions, and worlds on the brink of destruction. That's all for this week in the world of movies. I'm Joseph Lewis.
That's for this week's LMU Community TV News.
Thank you for joining us. I'm Adam Haley.
And for everyone behind the scenes, I'm Ashley Hurley. Be sure to join us this Thursday.